Good morning, evening, and afternoon from wherever you're joining us in the world today. First off, I would like to wish everyone a happy new year to all the members of Spunko and our speaker today. Welcome to the Spunko webinar. Today's speaker is Tanya Radswa Gutta. She is the founder of the Tanya Radswa Initiative and a women's rights activist. It is my greatest pleasure to welcome her to talk about goal setting and the benefits of it. Just a side note, Q&A will be done through the chat feature below, and all questions will be answered after her presentation. Spunko is an all-girls global student organization where proceeds go to charity. And with that, the floor is now yours, Tanya Radswa.
Hello. Good evening to you. May you kindly confirm if you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so please allow me to share my screen.
You should be able to share your screen now.
Okay, so welcome everyone to our goal setting mastery and accomplishing workshop today. So this is a very necessary program. Learn what goal setting is at the beginning of the year. So according to studies and what scientists say, almost everyone sets their goals at the beginning of the year. You know, we are so excited that it's January is the first of the year. You know, your hopes are so high. You are so excited that the year is going to go so good. But studies show that it's very rare for all of the people goals in January to continue with those goals. By the time we reach November or December, only 20% will be, you know, and the right track, will be following and will actually achieve those goals. So this particular session is going to help us, is going to you to set your pursue your purpose and to passionately. So if there is anything that stop, and if you have any questions, please put them in the chat, address them. So getting into the subject of the day. So and to understand the impact of goal setting on your life, we should understand what a goal is before we say, you know what, we are setting New Year resolutions the beginning of the year. Let us understand what a goal is, understand why it is important. What are goals and why is it so important for us to set goals at the beginning of the year? Number two, we're going to learn how to structure our goals so that we set them for success. We're going to set them in a way that makes it so easy for us to achieve them. We're going to identify the why behind your goals. We just don't set goals for the fun of it. There has to be a reason for that particular goal. So we are going to see how you can identify the why behind your goals. We're going to know how to map out a yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily goal. What are we saying? You're going to say, you know what, my New Year resolution is for me to do this, this, and that. But for you to achieve that goal, it's because of the little steps that you make each and every day. So for us to reach or to achieve that goal, we need to set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and yearly goals, even 5-year plans and 10-year plans. Okay. Can you please confirm if you can hear me? I saw a comment that I'm not audible enough.
On my side, I can hear you. I'm not sure about everyone else.
Okay. If there is anything, please notify me, says that I stop and check my internet connectivity. And lastly, we're going to talk about doing the work, doing the actual work, because it's not just a matter of saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. We need to put in the work for us to achieve those goals. And we need to be able to track our goals that you say, you know what, I said I'm going to do this. Where am I? So that's about the things that we're going to do today. Okay, so what is a goal? According to Tony Robbins, goals are a means to an end, not the ultimate purpose of our lives. They are simply a to concentrate our focus. Goals are a means to an end, not the ultimate purpose of our lives. They are simply a tool to concentrate our focus and move us in a direction. The only reason we really pursue goals is to cause ourselves to expand and grow. I repeat, goals are a means to an end, not the ultimate purpose. Please get this right. Your life purpose is your reason of being, the reason why you were created, the reason why you were born. That is your purpose. But for you to reach your purpose, you need to set daily goals. You need to set goals that are going to help you achieve that purpose. For instance, I might say I was born to be a social worker. I was born for a greater purpose to serve humanity. That is my purpose. But for me to do that, for me to reach my purpose, probably I need to pursue a degree in social work for me to be able to, have the skills and the know-how to do something. Okay, I see. Okay. So what we are saying is your goal shouldn't be your ultimate purpose. That, you know what, my goal is to have a degree. And after that, then what? A goal and a purpose, they are two different things, but they work hand in glove. Your purpose is your reason for being, your ikigai, your reason for being born or created, the reason that you're here on this earth. But for you to reach and to fulfill your purpose, you need to set goals that challenge you, that push you towards that purpose. So a goal is something that helps you to reach your purpose. It's not your purpose. These are sort of like the milestones that you need to achieve at each and every stage of your life, says that you achieve something and says that you get closer to your purpose. This is the other definition. A goal is something you aim for that takes planning and work. Goal setting is an effective way to achieve something, build self-esteem, build self-confidence, and improve overall health. So here we are saying the moment you set your goal, you need to plan. Goal setting means planning. There's a lot of preparation that comes with goal setting, and you need to do the actual work. Ladies and gentlemen, things are not going to be, you're not going to be given a silver spoon, or it's not going to automatically happen. If you say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, then it means on your side, there's a lot of preparation that comes with it. There's a lot of planning that comes with it. And there's a lot of implementation and work that you need to put into that certain project, that you need to put into that certain goal for you to achieve it. Goal setting is something that you need to do to achieve something. Let's say my goal is to build a house. You need to plan that, okay, I need to build a house. What resources do I need? Which financial resources do I need? Says that you plan and you put in the work. So all we are saying here is a goal is something that you aim for that I really need to do this, and you plan for that thing and you put in the work. Another definition is that a goal is an idea of the future or desired result that a person or a group of people envision, plan, and commit to. So a goal is an idea. It's something that you're thinking of, that you know what, I need to be a chef. That's an idea. It's something that you want for yourself, and it's something that you want for the future for yourself. And you envision it, you plan for it, and you commit to it. So this is a perfect example of a goal. The United Nations and the board and the executives, they sat down and they said, you know what, for the future, this is what we want. We envision a world where there will be no poverty. We envision a world where there's going to be no zero hunger. We envision a world where there's going to be, good health. Everyone has access to good health and facilities. We want a world where there's going to be quality education. We want a world where, people, they're going to be peaceful. There's going to be a peaceful interaction between nations, between brothers, the brotherhood of man. We want a world where there's going to be sustainable cities and communities and good energy, right? This is a goal. It's something that they envisioned, that they want. Remember what we said, a goal is an idea of the future or the desired result that you want. You envision the thing, you plan for it, and you commit to it. So this is an example of an organization that said, we want to do this, 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 and this is how we are going to plan the thing. So if this is the structure that we need to adopt, the same that United Nations adopted for the Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, so how do you structure your goals? How does one structure their goals? Can any inspired member unmute their mic and read the first one?
You must be emotionally attached to your goals. Number one, you must be emotionally attached to your goals.
Yes, that's right. Thank you so much, Madam, for that. You must be emotionally attached to your goals. What does this mean? Ladies and gentlemen, when you're emotionally connected to your goal, you fuel your goal, and your goal is necessary for your survival. It's very easy for you to know if a person is emotionally attached to their goal. Do you know what you do? You ask them, why do you care about your goal? Why is it so important to you? You said you want to buy a car, that's your goal. Why is it important for you to buy a car this year? If someone responds like, it's my passion, I need to do this for my kids, I need my children to learn from me. The moment I have this thing, then it will set a very good example for my kids, and it will motivate them to do the same for them. If someone says, this goal is very important for me because I need to do this, it's necessary for my survival, then it shows that someone is somehow emotionally attached to that goal. But if someone says, I'm doing this because the doctor said I'm supposed to do this, I'm doing this because my husband wants me to do this, I'm going for this cooking lessons because my husband said I'm an awful cook, so I need to do this. The moment you're not emotionally attached to your goal, it's very easy for you to give up the moment you face difficulties or the moment there's a roadblock in your way. It's very, very easy for you to just, be pissed off and say, you know what, why am I doing this? What's the reason for continuing to push? Because you're not emotionally attached to it. But if a goal is necessary for your survival, it's very, very impossible for you to wake up in the morning without thinking about it, because you're emotionally attached to it. So when you set your goals, you need to make sure that they mean something to you and you attach your emotions. Because the moment you're doing something for your children, the moment you're holding your baby and you say, you know what, if I don't sell this good, if I don't buy this thing, what is my child going to do? What are my children going to do? The moment you attach emotions to it, then you are going to strive for success. You're you're going to strive and try by all means to achieve that goal because you have attached emotions to that goal. But if it's your spouse, you know, a lot of things can happen in a relationship. He starts doing some things, then you'll be like, you know what, why am I even trying so hard? Let me just quit this thing, because you're not emotionally attached to it. You didn't go for those cooking lessons for yourself, you did it for your spouse. So it's very easy for you to just give up along the way. So it's very, very important for us when we're doing our New Year resolutions, we set goals that we should be emotionally attached to our goals. Number two, your goal has to be your own, not a second-hand one. What does this mean? You know, a lot of people, they set goals because of expectation, because of what their parents want, because of cultural norms, societal norms, what their teachers are saying. Yes. I think there's someone who's saying something. Hello, can you hear me?
Plus 12L.
Okay, let me continue. So we're saying when you set your goals, they have to be original. They have to be your own goal. It has to be something that you really want, not something that's motivated by expectations, societal norms. For instance, you might find out that some people might say, you know what, 2023, I'm supposed to get married. Why? Probably it's because you think that you're now at an age where you're supposed to get married. Yeah, as a lady, maybe you're now in your 30s and you feel like, you know what, my parents are not giving me pressure. All of my friends, they're not getting married. So whoever is going to be in love with me at that moment, I'm just going to say yes, because I'm racing against time and my biological clock is racing against me. Or you might say that, you know, my parents, they want me to do engineering, but I have a passion in accounting. But because my parents want me to do this, I'm going to set my goals that I'm going to pursue an engineering degree, and I'm going to start pursuing a degree in 2023. It's very easy for you to give up the moment it starts getting hard, because it wasn't your goal to begin with. It's something that your parents wanted you to do. It's not something that you wanted to do. So at every roadblock, at each and every hardship, you are going to give up because it wasn't your goal to begin with. It wasn't yours. You were not emotionally attached to you, and that goal was not original. So ladies and gentlemen, let us try by all means to set goals that mean something to us and goals that are original. Number three, your goals must be inspirational. They should inspire you. They should motivate you. And how do you do that? Usually your passion is the one that motivates you. Your passion, it excites you. Your passion is that, you know, burning desire within. So imagine when you set a goal that's linked to your passion, it means that it's going to be very easy for you to follow through, because your passion will drive you to strive for excellence. Your passion will push you even when you feel like, you know what, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to do this. You know, there's a lot of things that are coming on. You know, life happens at times. And let me tell you something, it's going to be very hard in 2023. At times, you want to wake up, you want to pursue your passion, you want to do this, you want to do something towards your goal. But a lot of things are happening, be it in family, be it in your love relationship. You know, there are a lot of things that can try to discourage a man from doing something. But if it's something you're passionate about, you can rise above competition and say, you know what, this is happening, but I'm going to class today. Whether this is happening or not, yes, I'm going through a very big heartbreak. I've been in this relationship for 10, 20 years, and you did this to me, so I don't feel like doing anything today. But it is your passion that will help you to stand up amidst all the difficult things. It is your passion that pushes you to strive. So, ladies and gentlemen, make it your point to set goals that are inspirational. And how do you do that? you have to link your goals to your passion. Number 4, your goals must be realistic. What are we saying by this? You should be able to accomplish your goals within the life that you're given by God. Unfortunately, for those of you who are Christians, in the Bible, that's when we used to see people who used to live up to 500 years. But unfortunately, the life expectancy has decreased with the passing of time. So your goals, you should be able to accomplish them within a lifetime. But be very careful when we talk about realistic. No one should set a limit for you, because there are people who are called crazy. There are people who are told that this thing that you want to do is not possible. Do you know that in the 1912s or the BCs, it was very, very impossible to hold a phone in your hand. They used to have those phones whereby you die, those big phones. And it was either in the office, at a restaurant, or at home. And whoever came up with the idea that, in the 1990s, we're going to be holding our phones. In the 2000s, we're going to be having smartphones. It appeared as if it was not realistic. So what we're saying is, in as much as your goals, they have to be realistic, no one should set a limit for you. And you are allowed to spread your wings and to broaden your horizon and to use your innovation and creativity skills to be as innovative as you are, because there are people who are so innovative that when they presented their ideas, people, they said it was impossible. But look at us now. We now have satellites. We now have, people who fly to space, who visit other planets. It was impossible at some point in life. So when you set your goals, let no one set the limit for you. You can be as crazy as possible, because like what Steve Jobs says, it is the crazy ones who actually change the world. Number 5, you should have well-rounded goals. What are well-rounded goals? What do we even mean by well-rounded goals? You should have well-rounded goals. What does that even mean? What this simply means is your life is not always about work. Your goals shouldn't be like, what, I want to do this at work. I want to get promoted. I want to do this at work. No, your goals, they should be well-rounded. You are a person. You have a personal life. You have a professional life. You have a family. You have finances. You have spirituality. So your goals, they have to be well-rounded. This means that you should have personal goals. An example of a personal goal is that, I want to take self-defense classes. I want to learn a new language. I want to learn French. I want to learn German. Yeah. I want to learn Chinese. Those are personal goals that you can set for yourself. Personal goals could be traveling to a new place. Probably you want to go to France. You want to go to Tanzania. You want to visit Africa. Those are personal goals. Maybe you want to challenge yourself. So you want to do mountain climbing. You want to do a marathon. Those are all examples of personal goals that you can set for yourself. Probably you want to lose weight, but remember what we said. Each and every goal that you want to do should be original. Do not lose weight because people are saying you're too fat or too skinny. You should set goals that mean something to you and that have a purpose to you, that means something to you. So examples of personal goals, maybe you want to lose weight, or maybe you want to quit drinking, or you want to quit smoking. Those are all examples of personal goals. Professional goals, maybe you want to change your job or your career. Probably you're a lawyer, you're not frustrated because of the research, the whiteboard, and there's a passion that you want to explore. Those are all examples of professional goals. Maybe you want to finally quit the job. Maybe you're working in a toxic work environment. You just want a very, positive, an encouraging work environment. That could be a goal that I'm going to find as much as possible to work in a very safe workspace. That's an example of a professional goal. Maybe you're done with employment. You now want to open your own business. That is an example of a professional goal. Maybe you now want to work from home. So you want to set up your home nicely. Those are all examples of professional goals. Maybe you want to get that promotion that, you know what, 2023, I want to get that promotion. Those are all examples of professional goals. So you see what I mean? Your life shouldn't be always about personal goals. You should also look at the professional side. What do you want to achieve in your professional life? Maybe family goals. Maybe you want to visit your family more often. I understand we have single people. Maybe, you know, you don't stay with your family stays in the other city. You might set goals that, you know what, after every 3 months, I should go home. Yes, I'm married, but after every 6 months, I shouldn't wait for Christmas to go and see my mom and dad. After every 6 months, I need to go and see my family. Those are all examples of family goals. Maybe you now want to spend quality time with your kids. I know and I understand that we are living in very trying times. You want to balance your work, you want to balance family life, you want to balance a lot of things in your life. But you can set a goal that, you know what, despite the busy schedule, despite everything that's going on in my life, I want to be able to spend quality time with my children. You might not be able to do it every day, considering your work schedule, but you can say, you know what, every weekend I'm going to make it a goal that I don't work, or I work for certain hours on a Saturday, but I'm going to dedicate every Saturday of 2023 to my children. Those are all examples of family goals, right? And maybe you want to have a baby. But again, like what I said, your goals shouldn't be because of expectations or family pressure or societal norms. They should come from you. Do not be pressurized into doing some things. Your goal, it has to mean something to you. So if you want to have a baby, make sure that it's coming from you and it's something that you really want. So those are all examples of family goals. Financial goals, probably, you know, you carried forward some debts from 2022 to 2023. Probably you want 2023 to be a year of a difference. You're going to pay off your debts. You want to start saving up for retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, do not wait for your 50s to save for retirement. A quick example is we're in 2023, right? It's January. Do you know that some people they start from January to save what they're going to spend in December? They save they start saving for December in January. So imagine retirement is the greatest holiday of your life. So if you need 12 good months to save for 1 month of enjoyment, what more could you do for a lifetime holiday? So retirement, you should actually start saving for retirement now. This is the perfect time to save up for retirement. Why not? Another example of financial goals is saving for your first house. Probably you're a woman and you say, you know what, before I get married, I want to have my own car, I want to have my own house, because I just don't want to get married when I have nothing. That could be a goal for you. Remember, every goal should mean something to you. So an example of a financial goal would be, you know, to start saving for your house or your car. Start saving now. Another example of a financial goal that you can set in 2023 is, sorry, can you please mute your mics? I can hear some backgrounds. Okay, another example of a financial goal is an emergency fund. That, you know what, come 2023, every salary that I receive, I'm going to put aside $20 is going to go to my emergency fund, because anything can happen. And there's this thing with young people, they have a thing against policies. They don't want funeral policies, they don't want medical aid, they don't want anything. So the least you can do for yourself is for you to have an emergency fund, at least. Right. You know, the coronavirus happened. No one foresaw it. No one knew it was going to come. People got retrenched. Imagine having no source of income. Everything is on a standstill. You're paying rent and you don't even have any savings. Yes, you can bounce back and go back to your parents' house, but let's say you don't have any option. Emergency funds, they are very, very important. Save for those rainy days. You never know. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. And every woman should, every young person actually should have some money on the side, some money that you're just saving up for that emergency, right? So those are all examples of the goals that you need to set. So that explains the point that I was saying you should set well-rounded goals. You shouldn't focus on one area of your life only. It should be well-rounded. You should set financial goals, you should set family goals, you should set professional goals, you should set personal goals. There, you need to make sure that all of that is there. Number 6, your goals must be specific. You cannot write a goal that I want to be rich. How are you going to get rich? Be specific. Set specific goals. Being rich is not a good enough goal. How do you plan on getting rich? I'm going to set up my business. That's a goal. I'm going to set a side hustle, at least 3 side hustles. Even that is not also specific. You need to specify that, yes, I'm going to set a side hustle, and you should have a general idea that I'm going to be doing candle making. That's specific. I'm going to be doing cooking. I'm going to be baking cakes. That's specific. So being rich is not specific. I'm going to start a new business. At least you should have an idea that, you know what, I'm going to start that candle making business. It then helps you in following through that. You know what? So which classes, which organizations do I know that are doing courses for candle making? It helps you in the implementation process if you're specific enough. It's so easy for you to follow through and implement if you are specific. So please, ladies and gentlemen, when you set your goals, don't just say, I want to be rich. How? Be specific so that it's easy for you to follow through, so that the implementation part is also easy. Number 7, your goals must be flexible. Your goals must be flexible. So you shouldn't be rigid. You should be able to be flexible and to move with the times. For instance, your goal could be, you know what, I'm going to be attending class every day. And COVID-19 happens. You cannot go to class. You should improvise. One thing I love about universities is that they quickly adopted to the times. They now introduce, online classes, says that the education system continued. So that's what I'm saying. You said you wanted to have a business, you're going to be selling this, but unfortunately, your business wants you to be moving around, but there are now restrictions as to movement. So how are you going to do? Are you going to abandon your goal just because there are certain restrictions? You should improvise. You should be innovative. You should be creative enough that there is a problem. So how am I going to navigate the situation so that I'm able to reach my destination, so that I'm able to achieve my goals? Be flexible. Don't be rigid. Because at the end of the day, the work needs to be done. At the end of the day, you need to get that degree. How you're going to get the degree, that's another story. Be flexible, right? So this means you need to try each and everything that you need to do to make sure that you actually achieve that goal. Be flexible. It's all about getting the work done. Number 8, you must visualize your goals. When you want to have a degree, you should be visualizing yourself, walking down that aisle, with that hat and that gown, you should visualize the house that you want for yourself. You should visualize, yourself on the top of the mountain. And one way you can do that is to have a vision board. Those who are interested, you can always get my number. We are having a vision board presentation on Wednesday, whereby the Zoom meeting, every person, the ticket for you to get into that meeting is for you to show us a video that you have a cardboard box, you have at least 3 magazines with you, you have a scissors, and you have a glue, because we're getting practical. We're not playing achieve. That's how you should structure your goals as well. A vision board, it helps you, it encourages you that the moment you see Michelle Obama on your vision board every morning you wake up. The moment you see Martin Luther King there, you just think that this person had a lot of things going on in his life, but he used to wake up every day. So why can I not do the same? The moment you see your vision board, it's a constant reminder that we are not living a meaningless life. There is somewhere that we're going. There is something that we need to achieve every day. So you should visualize your goals. And one thing that can help you in doing that is to have a vision board. If you want to travel to Paris, stick some pictures, of the Eiffel Tower. You should stick pictures of the places that you want to go, the types of foods that you want, the mountain that you want to climb, the people that you want to be. If you want to set your own podcast, put Oprah Winfrey there. It will motivate you each and every day to, do something towards that goal. Because there is so much power in visuals. Have a vision board. And if you need guidance on how you can make one, and if you want detailed information, there is going to be a separate. But the basics are there. You know what you want. You know where you want to go. So you should be able to know the people that have their pictures and put visions at a certain venue or area that you see every day, so that you're constantly reminded of the place that you want to go. Number 8. Number 8, we did it. Number 9, you should affirm your goals. What is affirmation? Affirmation is simply believing in yourself that I'm going to do this. I am going to be the next president of Zimbabwe. So what do we mean by affirmation? You should believe in your goals. You yourself, you should believe that it's possible, because if you don't think it's possible yourself, then how are you going to motivate yourself to do it? So you should affirm your goals. You should be confident. You should be strong enough, and you should tell yourself that I am a doer. I will take action and get my goals accomplished. I know where I am going. I know what I want, and I am going to do it. Right. So you should have, those affirmations, those daily affirmations. Ladies and gentlemen, there is power in affirmation. The moment you wake up, you look at yourself in the mirror and you just tell yourself, today is a good day. Today, I will take a big step towards reaching my goals. All the resistance that I'm going to face means nothing to me, because I know what I want and I'm going to achieve my goals. My mind is energized, clear, and I'm really going to do this. There is so much on them, and motivate yourself each and every day to achieve those goals. So what we're saying on number 9 is that you should affirm your goals. You should be confident. You should believe in yourself that you can actually do it. And you can also make use of affirmations, positive affirmations. When you wake up, just look at yourself in the mirror and just tell yourself, speak positive things into your life. Speak life, speak positivity into your life, and you make sure that your brain listens to you. The moment you say positive things to your brain, it listens to you, and it does that. The moment you tell yourself that I am an achiever, your brain will start seeing the achiever in you. So this is a very important exercise. Affirm your goals. Number 10, have a timely set of goals. So this simply means that you should specify the period that you're going to do certain things. If you want to do a course, you should say, what, by March I should be done with this cooking course. By such and such time, I want to be a chef. I want to be a good cook. So I'm gonna take my course from January or maybe February to April. By April, I should be done with my course, and from then I'm going to train as a mentor from this time to this time. So it helps you to know that, what, this is February, I should be doing this. So it's very important for you to set timelines. And then the last one, you must have a list of your goals. So I'm not just going to say there is power in writing your goals down. Yeah, you should write those goals down. we are going to get practical. So can you please find a paper and a pen wherever you are? Can you please find a paper and a pen? We're about to get practical. Can you please get a paper and a pen? Ladies and gentlemen, can I please see your papers and your pens? Can you please open your videos? I just want confirmation that we are together in this. So it's very important that you have your paper and your pen with you, or you can just write in the chat box that you now have your paper and your pen. If you're still looking for a paper and a pen, you can also write in the chat box. At least if I have at least 5 members who have papers and their pens, then I can continue. May you please take out your papers and your pens. Okay, I can see that quite a number, they now have their papers and their pens. So on your paper, write number 1, bucket list. Just write bucket list. This is an exercise that you also need to do maybe when you're alone. But there's points that I'm going to talk about. They're going to guide you. So number 1, just write bucket list. On your bucket list, I want you to write at least 30 things that you want to do in this life before you die. That you know what, before I die, I don't know when I'm going to die, but before I die, I want to do this. I want to visit this place. I want to go there. I want to taste this kind of food. I want to travel this. I want to reach this level of, in my professional career, I want to do this. Just write 30 things that are deep down in your heart that you really, really want to achieve before you die. That God, okay, those are not Christians, they're Almighty. Before I die, these are the things I want to do. Just 30 things. I'm going to be following up on each and every participant. I'll be checking if this exercise was done. So number 1, write bucket list. I need you to write just 30 things that you want to do. Remember what we said, your goals and even your bucket list, it has to be well-rounded. I don't just write personal things. What about your finances? What about your family? What about your professional? What about your health and well-being? Write 30 things on your bucket list. Number 2, where do you see your again, it has to be well-rounded. Where do you see yourself professionally? Where do you see yourself in terms of your personal life? Be it relationships, be it your weight, be it your what? Where do you see yourself financially? In terms of family, it has to be well-rounded again. Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? In 2033, where do you see yourself? Number 3, what do I want to achieve or experience in my life? Okay, this one is the same as the bucket list. Because the moment that you want to, what do I want to achieve or experience in my life before I die? At least 30 things. You can combine it with the number 1, your bucket list. And then on another note, just beside that, what is my deepest longing? What is your deepest longing? Be honest with yourself. What is that one thing that you long for? Still, I want to go to Disneyland. I'm being honest with myself. That is my deepest longing. So I want you to dig deep and find what is your deepest longing. Don't write a lot of things, just 5 things that you really want. That you know what? To be honest, I want to have a Lamborghini. That is my deepest longing. Yes, that's what you want. It's your life. No one else has that life. So be honest with yourself. What is your deepest longing? Just write 5 things that you really want. And nextly, what do I want to do with my life? Just 5 things. That what really do I want from this life? What do I want from this life? Because I just want to be able to help all the young female adults in Zimbabwe. That's something that I want. Just be honest with yourself. What do you want to do with your life? Just write 5 things that you know what, I want to do this in this life. I want to do this in life. I really want to do this in life. And then on another note, what deeply inspires you? Where do you get your inspiration? As for me, I get my inspiration from my father because he sacrificed a lot for me to be educated. He sacrificed a lot for me to be where I am. So the moment I want to give up in life, the moment when I'm faced with a very hard situation and I just want to throw in the towel, I just think about the struggles that old man, I'm sorry to call my dad an old man. Okay, let me rephrase. I just think of the sacrifices that my dad made for me. And it just forces me to pick myself up and to start doing the work. When I look at other women in my life who've done so much, it inspires me because I'll be like, she's a woman like me, so I can do this. If she did this, she has a family, she has 5 kids, she has a husband on top of it. I'm single. I don't have a child. I don't have a family. So I could do this, you know. So there are certain women that have done it despite all odds that inspire me. So dig deep and find those 3 people. You know what you want to do. You know the field that you're in. There are people who have excelled in that field. Those people should motivate you because if they didn't, then you're also a human being. Why wouldn't you? So be honest with yourself. What inspires you? And then what is your why? Why do you want to do that? As for me, I could say the reason why I want to start a business is for financial independence and for financial freedom because I know that the moment my business flourishes is also going to help my siblings. It's also going to help the young female adults in Zimbabwe. It's going to help, you know, do you see the why I want to do things? And it should carry substance. You know, these are the kind of things that motivate you to go to viciously pursue your goals. The why. I just don't want to start a business because I just want to
I think our speaker has lost connectivity, but she will be back in a few minutes.
Okay, I just gained my connectivity back. My apologies for that. What is the last thing that you heard? Says that I start from B. What was the last thing that I was talking about?
If I remember correctly, I think it was the why. Why do you want to achieve the goal you want to achieve?
Okay. Had I started explaining the why behind my goals, or it was before that? The poverty thing.
Yes, I think we were on the 7th point.
Okay. So as I was explaining, I was saying that the why behind your goals, it has to be so emotional and it has to be very, very personal to you. For instance, I was saying that the reason for starting a business for me could be because I want to start something for myself. I want to be financially independent. I don't want to be dependent on someone else, and I don't want to be stuck in a relationship just because I don't have options. So I want to start a business just because I want to be able to stand on my own and to do something for my life. So the moment I'm so emotional about it, the moment I attach feelings, and the moment I know why I want to do some things, it just moves away from just being an entrepreneur because you want to be given presentations, you want to be called the entrepreneur. But if there's a strong reason behind the reason you're doing something, then it's going to be very, very easy for you to follow through. If you've been someone in poverty before, you know how it's very hard to sleep on an empty stomach. And the moment you say, you know what, in 2023, I want to start a sustainable business because I've been in poverty before, I've been poor before, it's so hard. I cannot go back to that situation. So that's emotion, that situation alone, it's a constant reminder that you need to pursue your goals. So it's impossible for you to wake up not thinking about your goal because you have a very strong reason for you to pursue your goal, and you have a very strong reason. So the why behind your goal is the most important thing, because that's the reason why you hold on to that goal, that this is January, I'm going to pursue. This is February, I'm going to pursue. This is March, this is September, I am still pursuing because I know my situation. I know how hard life was, and I cannot go back to the same situation. So I am setting a goal this year that I'm going to set a business, no matter how hard it's going to get, no matter how intimidating anything is going to be. I am not going to leave this goal because I've been poor before, I've been in an abusive relationship before, and I know how hard it is to stay in an abusive relationship. I want to be independent. So my goal is to be sustainable. My goal is to be sufficient. My goal is to be independent. My goal is to pay off all my debts. The reason you are very emotional, you can hear from the way I'm talking that I'm a bit emotional, because the moment you're emotional about it, it then becomes very easy for you to be strong and to challenge, to rise above competition, to challenge or to go against all odds because you want to achieve those goals. So that's the reason why I was saying be emotional about setting goals, because the moment you attach feelings to it, it then becomes very easy to fight and to vigorously pursue your goals. So not the why. Why are you doing this? I'm doing this because I have siblings, I have people that depend on me. So this is not the time for me to slack. I'm doing this because, I need to be able to defend myself. I am going to go for that defense class because I've been, through abuse before, and it's not going to happen again. I'm doing this because I've been in this situation before and I don't want it to happen again. So the moment you have a strong why behind your goals, then it's going to be very, very easy for you to follow through your goals. So let's not just set goals for the sake of setting goals. Think deep, dig deep, and you'll find it. So I need at least 5 reasons why you want to do this. I am the firstborn of my family. I set an example for my family and for everyone else who sees this. So I need to be able to achieve these goals so that, I become something in my family and in the world that's seeing. So I need you to write it
I think we lost our speaker again. I will contact her and see if her connectivity is okay. But for now, we will just hope that she will come back.
Okay, so I just hope that my network gives me a chance to just wrap up. I can see it's a bit jealous. It doesn't want me to finish. So I just hope and pray that it just gives me a chance to just finish and wrap up, because we're almost done. We're almost done. So yeah, we are now here. Okay, so let me rush through. So on another piece of paper, you need to write what you want to have accomplished in the next year. You might be pursuing a degree, so at least you should have milestones that I should be done with my semester in this year. You have your 10-year plan. You should be sure that, within a year, I should have accomplished this, and that. You should also write that down as well, the things you want to have achieved within a year. On another paper, you should write your monthly goals. This is January. What am I going to be doing in January? February, what am I going to be doing in February? It's my organization. We also set organizational goals that each and every month we have a calendar for January, and we have events that we should have hosted in January. We have events and trainings and outings that we should do in January. So it also helps you to keep track of yourself, that I said I'm supposed to have done this in January. Did I do it? Did I do more? Did I do less? But as a go-getter, I do not expect you to do anything less, because what you have said is the minimum that you should do per month. So you should always try to do over and beyond what you have set for yourself. So that's it. You should set yearly goals, and you should also do it monthly goals. So every month, that this is January, just beginning of the month, just tell yourself that I'm going to be doing this, and this in January. And also, I need you, on another piece of paper, I need you to list the books that you're going to read in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, the year has 12 months. So the bare minimum that you can read is 12, because you should dedicate one book to each month. So may I please have a list of 12 books? And I'm not talking about those romantic books. I am talking about personal development books. Can you remove the mic? I can hear some backgrounds in the background. Okay, so the minimum books that you can read this year is 12. So at least write the 12 personal development books that you're going to be reading in this year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the bare minimum. 12 books is the minimum. And we are not talking about romantic books. We are talking about self-improvement books, personal development books, at least 12 books. I would also want to see the list. And the education that you want to take, be it courses, you might want to be a chef, but obviously you need to go for certain classes, for certain workshops, seminars, the courses that you want to do in 2023. Can I please have at least 5 is the minimum, because we are still very young people, and this mind, it has to be constantly watered, and learning is a journey that never stops. So can I have at least 4 different courses that you're going to be doing? You can't have 4 different courses for cooking. You need to be a diverse person. We know you're an accountant, but besides your profession, what are the things you want to major in? What are the things you want to do? Maybe you want to do, you want to understand what climate change is and what your role can be in ensuring that the climate change effects are alleviated. So can I please have at least 4 courses that you're going to be doing that are not in line with what you do, or that are going to advance your skills? But like I said, they have to be diverse, because we are living in a very diverse world, and you should be someone who's open-minded, who is aware of the things that happen in the other circles. So that's one thing, the courses that you're going to be doing. And yeah, this is this. And then the last part of my presentation is to set daily goals. How does one set daily goals on a daily basis? Because it all goes back to your goals. So this is, I hope you can see my screen. This is how you set your goals on a daily basis. Because like I said, each day when you wake up, everything that you do every day, it should fit into your 10-year plan. It should fit into your 1-year plan. It should fit into your monthly plan. And it all depends, it all begins with how you're spending your time every second and every minute. So make sure that you set daily goals, that today, before you even wake up or during the course of the day, you should set the day. So what you need to do is on a fresh page, you write the day. For example, today is what? 7 January. So at the top of your diary, the first thing will be writing today's date. Today is 7 January. The first question you need to ask yourself is, how am I going to challenge myself today? Today, I'm going to do this to challenge myself. The next thing, write down at least 3 things, 3 ways. How are you going to challenge yourself? That's the thing. You say, how am I going to challenge myself to get out of my comfort zone? That's 1. Number 2, you should list at least 3 ways you're going to challenge yourself. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pitch that idea to my boss. I'm going to do this, right? Those 3 things. List down 3 ways you're going to do it, right? And then the other thing, on your daily goals, you should state your intention, at least 5 intentions. What is your intention for today? Today, my intention is to spread kindness to people that I don't even know. Today, my intention is to be happy. No matter what happens, I choose to be happy, because happiness is a choice, right? I choose to be happy. So at least write 5 intentions that today I intend to do this, to do this, to do this. And then the next thing, your priorities. Write at least 5 priorities, that today my priorities are to do this, this, this. At least 5 priorities. And then do not forget to give yourself a compliment, right? This is what you do. So the things that I've talked about is something that you do in the morning, that, my intention is to do this. I want to do this, I want to do that. And at the end of the day, you then evaluate yourself that, did I manage to do the things that I said I was going to do? Did I manage to do that? And if you manage to do it, please do not forget to give yourself a compliment. Give yourself a pat on the back. At least 5 compliments at the end of the day. Compliment yourself. You know what? I managed to do this, this, and that. And also write what you're grateful for. At least 5 things that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. Be sure to do that. And then at the end of the day, you should also know the people that you've interacted with. You should also state the people that you interacted with. That today I interacted with this, and this. And you should also state their name in your diary. That I met Mr. Kunal, I met Mr. This, and just ask yourself, from the conversation that you had with that person, did you bring any value to them, or did they bring any value to you? This also helps you maybe after 6 months that, you know what, but I think I spoke to this guy before and he said he's into this business. Let me call him again, right? So it helps you list the people that you've interacted with, state the value that you gave them and the value that you also got from that person. Right. And the last thing, write the lessons that you learned today. You know, within 24 hours, there is something that you really learned. If there is nothing, then just learn to be grateful for life, because, you know, it's grace at the end of the day. So write at least 10 lessons that you learned today. You know, when the year ends, you'll be a better person if you do this. Imagine doing this exercise for 365 days. Ladies and gentlemen, I doubt if you'll be the same person again. You will be very, very different if you do this on a daily basis. This is going to be a very life-changing experience for you. So have time to think about your goals before you sleep, before you go on TikTok, before you go on YouTube, before you watch your movies. Please, before you scroll in the morning and before you go on TikTok at the end of the day, be sure to just think about your goals, because no one is going to come to save you. But you need to step up as a person to make sure that the life that you have yesterday is different from the life that you have today. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was my presentation. To all those who want to also before I close off, one way is that you can use to track your goals is that daily exercise that we just talked about. Because the moment you say, I'm going to do this today, at the end of the day, you just have an evaluation, and it helps you to see if you're doing something or you're not doing something at all. Another thing is to also have an accountability partner, someone who's genuinely concerned about your well-being and your progress, someone who keeps you accountable, and someone who acts as a constant reminder that, you know what, my friend, we want to go there. Where are we now? How are we going to do this? Right. That it could be your very close friend, it could be your parent. Yeah, just have someone or it could be a mentor, right? And you should also associate with people who challenge you or who have the same way of thinking. Like, for example, this organization and other youth-led organizations which have like-minded young people. You should talk to them. So to those who would want to connect with me, I've just put my email address in the comment box, in the chat box. And if you want any information pertaining the things that we talked about, if you are facing challenges and following through, I can be a very good person in pushing you. So that is my email address, and that is my phone number as well. I'm based in Zimbabwe. So ladies and gentlemen, I think this is it for the day. So book recommendations, if you I think I'll give the Spunk Go team this book. I recently bought it on Amazon. So there's this book. It's called Eat That Frog, 21 Great Ways to Stop Procrastination. So if you're that one person who struggles with doing something, you just say, you know what, I'll do it next month. This is a very good starting point for you. It's called Eat That Frog. It has 21 fantastic ways to motivate you to do something with your life. So thank you so much. I think this is it. Over to you, Spangle. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you so much for being a lovely audience.
Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. It was absolutely inspirational, and I think all of the audience members were very happy to write their goals alongside you. Thank you so much to our audience members for engaging and interacting. If you need any more details, please visit our website, www.spunko.com. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day ahead.